And good morning everybody, my name is Osa. We are playing Farming Simulator 22 on Glenleathann. And I am taking a big risk here. So I have no idea where we are or what we're doing. Okay, we are down to £15,000 in the bank. I did manage to get the silage all compacted. It's a bit lumpy here because I was shoveling it in from the edge, and then over the top here the tractor just ended up running backwards and forwards once I got it working. I don't know what I did to get it working, but I did. So it just ran backwards and forwards in a straight line. When I compacted this one, it shuffled. So it sort of started off over here, it went backwards and forwards, and then it came back, and then it moved over a little and did that again. So I don't know. Anyway, it is early morning. I guess first things to do, since it is November, is to check the weather. Okay, it is bright sunshine till 3 o'clock this afternoon, so we are going to have to get everything done by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. November 2, okay. I guess the first thing I want to get started is this guy here. And I should put us on ×3. Okay, raise the tank. Oh. It's just a tank of seed, it's not until you attach the seeder, which would be the first thing or second thing we come across, that it actually gets to select exactly what we're putting in the ground. So we will select the tractor, attach the debris. We are set to grass. I will need to fold that. And as I've been saying, we have some grass to plant, because we're testing out whether we can do a crop of grass and a crop of spring something. Don't expect us to use all of the seed in here. Grass is a very efficient seed. So we'll swing this round here. We are in the field. Okay, gonna set this guy off. Start work on the centre. I'm going to do 3 headlands, because those trees are giving us a lot of grief. And as I said, I don't think we own them. We definitely don't own them. If we look at this field definition, well, that's the courseplay field definition. I should go to the map. So first waypoint set. I'm just going to tell him to go there. Ground is a little bit rough. Oops. This is looking fine. I'm going to turn that off. Oh, green lines everywhere. I want to look at the yellow lines. I think stop should be over there somewhere. Not sure which way round we're going to be doing the headland. Don't really mind which way round we're doing the headland. Going to turn all the arrows off. Close that off and leave him to it. Okay, number 2. I'm going to drop that weight off and get the heavier one. Probably not a great idea for this tractor, really. However, attaching this tractor to the spreader, it can't balance it. It just struggles. So that's another 500 kilos on the front of us. Let's light up like a Christmas tree again and go find the spreader. It's empty. Okay. So, good news for me. I have checked the dynamic field prices mod and it now does work with this map. So it's back on. There is a bug with... oh, we're going to need much more than that. There is a graphic bug with the Easy Development Toolkit. And what happens is, hopefully I don't destroy everything, we get that red box of blah on the bottom. If I go in again, it changes. If I go in again, it changes. If I go in again, and then graphically, we're back to normal. So I have to go into Easy Developer Toolkit about 4 or 5 times just to get that to work properly. Okay, we need 10,000 litres of that. Probably not, but we'll buy 10,000 litres. It's about 3 loads of lime in the back of this thing. Now with the 1,500 kilo weight, this gets very light on the steering. I don't know if 2,000 is going to help by much, but hopefully it'll be a little bit better than what I was suffering the other day. And, you know, hopes are that we get a bigger tractor soon. There we go. So once we get a bigger tractor, we'll probably fit that out for running this device. We may end up getting a smaller, a towed liquid sprayer, just so that we can do... Oh, and we're out already. Yeah, we'll get a small liquid sprayer so that we can do the liquidy things with this tractor. This tractor does have the crop sensors on it, so spraying once crop is down is probably a good plan. Okay, reason for my late start this morning. I was watching Farmer Cop's video previewing the premium edition. So he's on the premium map. It's very locked down. So escape doesn't work, P doesn't work, so you can't visit the store and look at the equipment, which is a little bit unfortunate because obviously it's one of the things you want to do when there's a lot of new equipment on a map. But he did, yeah, you can tab between the equipment they've provided you. The equipment they've provided you is generally okay. We got a look at at least a carrot harvester. I don't know if it's an all root crops harvester or whether it's just carrots, but it did harvest the carrots. Things to note on it, it does not have any capacity at all, so you are harvesting the carrots and either running a follow me down the side of the down the side with the harvester, pretty much like a forage harvester, or your if you're not following me, you are dropping the carrots on the floor and then you have to figure out a way of picking them all up again. So potentially using something like that, which just picks loose material up off the floor. Maybe with a narrower pickup head, because obviously they're not they're dropped in a row. Not a pile. Okay, that again. I think I'm going to need some more lime. Just the thought. What else did we get to see? We got to see the potato productions. The new production. So there's a soup factory which produces carrot soup, beet soup, potato soup and parsnip soup. There is a what was it? There's a chip factory that produces potato chips, and for that you need oil. So it's kind of a multi-step manufacture. You have to produce either canola or olive or the other thing that can be oil. Canola, olive, or I can't remember. The other oil thing. Oh, come on, sunflowers. So, canola, olive, or sunflowers. Mix them with potatoes, you get potato chips. Don't know if there's a difference in price or value when you come to sell them or anything else like that. It just is what it is. So we now have two productions that will do, that you can store your potatoes in without needing potato storage facilities. So hey, that's not bad, I guess. How we get? Oh, we are going through this real fast. Actually, we're not going through it that fast. So this is already, kind of reasonably okay limed. Anyway, what else was there? There was some form of processed food factory which will basically can your root crops. So carrots, parsnips and red beets can be canned, not potatoes. But still, it's another thing you can do with those root crops, which is all good. And then the final thing on the map that is kind of new from a farming side is a piano manufacturer, which kind of looks like the boat manufacturer in what it was, Silver Run Forest. So you bring the stuff it needs and it will produce a piano, and then once you've produced your piano, you'll get paid for it and probably be able to produce another one. At least that's the assumption. We don't know It's not something that Farmer Cobb tried, because he just had a brief look at the map. There's storks, which sit on the top of telegraph poles in nests. I guess they might fly around, but they are sort of native to the area that the map is based on. The map has some very European style apartments on it, and all other appropriate looking buildings. So not a bad map when it comes to, it feels right. But that's really all you can say about it. There's some new what is it? There is some new. We are still a little bit light on that turn. Some new field equipment, so cultivators and self-propelled sprayer. We got to see. You now, for the carrot planting, he demonstrated the planter planting carrots, the new planter, and it will plant all three of the new crops. We are chomping through this like something crazy. Fortunately, we're close to home. But we'll need about this much lime next year, so potentially buying a bigger lime spreader, one that sits behind the tractor, might be a good thing. We got this because it was on sale, so just made sense. But yeah, the planter, you can plant carrots, red beets and parsnips from the planter. If you want bonus yield, there's a sort of a ridging device that you run around with. I don't know. I probably don't have any potato fields. I think this was a potato. You know the ridges on the potato fields. Basically, you make the field look like that, and then you run the planter down it in order to plant the carrot seeds. So that's kind of how it works. And if you put the ridges in, you get a bonus yield. Don't know how big the bonus yield is, just there will be one. And so Farmer Cop was playing around with that as well. Should we go down this way? This way seems to use up a lot of stuff. So go away, crows. So yeah, interesting looking thing. There, as I said, there are bits of equipment that we will, that will supplement what we already have. There's a new Samash mower, which, much like all of the high-end mowers that we have, is a front mower, rear butterfly mower. The rear butterfly mower can windrow either way, left side, right side, down the middle. So that's a thing. I'm not sure. I didn't get a close enough look, but it might shuffle the front mower over when you're in a turn to eliminate the bits you miss when you're doing a tight turn with that mower setup. I say might, that might not be a thing, but outside of that, it's the equivalent of mowers. Not that one. It's the equivalent of, I guess, this one, where you get the big windrowing gubbins on the back. That thing. So you get this contraption on the back in order to row. Again, I don't know whether it comes with or whether it's an optional extra that you have to pay for when you buy it. The nice thing about the carrot harvester was it's very much like the weeder. The horse, this one. So when you unfold this, these shift sideways, have a very little lateral movement, so that they're weeding between the rows. The carrot harvester, we can have a look at. Probably potato one's good enough. Doesn't have a topper, but these bits here, I guess actually it would be easier to look at the sugar beet harvester, since it doesn't have a oh no, maybe not. But basically these harvesting elements, actually good idea. Let's go to the cotton one, because you can see it on the cotton one. So you're looking at it from the front. You're supposed to catch the plants between the tines in order to harvest them. This, anything passing through this gap doesn't get harvested. Well, these things on the carrot harvester shift sideways by a little bit, so they're lined up on the carrot row, or potentially the red beets or parsnips. Obviously, like I said, I don't know if the harvester will harvest all 3 new crops, or whether there's a harvester per each crop. Oh, we definitely need another 10,000. This is going to be a pain in the butt, isn't it? I'm going to run out of money. Oi, oi, oi. What I might need to do here, because we still have the fertilizer to do as well, I might need to uncover one of the things over there, probably the maize one, and sell a couple of truckloads. I think they're worth about 5,000, just over 5,000 per truck. We may need to sell a few, just so that there is some money in the bank for moving into December and January. That is going to be a little bit important, because we do have payment for things due. You know what? I think that's about the width of a spreader. I may be completely wrong, but it might be. So certainly looks good. I'm probably going to come back and find out I missed bits. In fact, I know I missed bits because I didn't go right to the edge. But these are seriously pH deficient fields. The rate we are going through this lime is just crazy. But we're done with planting for the year. And I don't actually, the thing is I don't actually know if we need lime on the grass fields. but it does help the environmental score. So for that purpose, we should do it. I haven't looked at our environmental score now that we cut those two fields with less than ideal pH, less than ideal, whatever it was. Get that filled again. The good news is, at least with the grass fields, we don't need a very heavy nitrogen content, so the 1,500 or so litres of fertilizer that we do have is going to see both of these covered, I predict. It is a little bit flighty, but not as bad as it was with the 1,500 weight. Guess I can go over here. Since we've driven across the field once. So anyway, that's pretty much what we know, at least from Pharmacop's play around with the pre-release version. And as I said, it was completely locked down. You couldn't escape and do anything. You couldn't open the map. But if you went to a production and bought it, you could then open the production window, which has the effect of giving you access to the menu. You could not, however, open the shop. I don't think there was a shop icon, and I don't know that there was even a and the P key was disabled. So there's that. So we got to see at least the basics, and that's out on the Pharmacop channel on YouTube. I have been watching. I don't know if I'll ever buy Starfield or if I'll ever buy Baldur's Gate 3, but I have been watching some YouTube people who generally tell a good story, have fun playing a game and streaming while they're doing it. And so been watching one of them, and he was saying, a lot of people said, if Bethesda want a good result from Starfield, this has to be the best game ever. Now that it's out, a lot of people are saying, well, this isn't the best game ever. And it's more, he was kind of suggesting that it's not so much it's not the best game ever. He was suggesting that it's not the game they wanted, which, okay, fine.